Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight's Facebook Live. It is Tuesday, March 31st. It is 8:32 p.m. on the East Coast. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. Whether you're watching live or on a recorded broadcast, we are broadcasting on, where are we? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I think, LinkedIn, a couple other places. So welcome. Apologies for the no stuff in the hair today. We're doing an at-home day today, as is most everybody in the planet right now. So you'll have to excuse me for that. So welcome. As promised, today we are going to show you a really cool, really quick way for you to take a look at your competitors' Facebook and Instagram ads, no matter where they're running in the world. You will literally be able to see all of the ads that they're running right now and take a look at what they're doing. So for those of you that are just tuning in, or maybe you don't know me, my name is Tom Lyon. I run a company called Lion Global, and we do few different things, but primarily what we do is we help small businesses make more money by doing less. This video is not a sales video. However, I am going to make you an offer and then get it out of the way so we can move on. So if you get any value out of what it is we're going to show you today, and you're interested in having a conversation, we're actually offering something really cool right now for free for anybody that wants it. We do this normally, but we're kind of pushing it during the COVID thing because a lot of business owners have free time. But we will give you a free 30-minute strategy session. What does that mean? That means we're going to have a call with you for half an hour. We're going to talk to you and get to learn a little bit about your business, discover any stumbling blocks that you might have right now, and then we're going to create a solution and a strategy to move forward to give you, again, more revenue with less stuff to do. And what's cool about that is it's free. There's no charge, nothing like that. We're not going to try to sell you anything. But if you do like what we're able to work out for you within that 30-minute time frame, we will, of course, try to talk to you about some more consulting. What makes us different than other people is I'm confident enough to back up what we say, so confident that we actually offer a 200% return on investment guarantee. What that means, we don't actually charge a lot for most of our programs anyway, but for certain things that we do guarantee that you will make back at least two times what you pay us, or else you don't pay us to continue to help you. So it's that cool. If that's something you're interested in, just go to that website, lionglobal.com. But let's start and talk about how are we going to see your competitors' Facebook and Instagram ads. So I had a conversation with a client today, talked a little bit about what their direction is and where they want to go. And they're wanting to target a specific niche within a specific geographic area, which I think is what most people try to do, right? They try to target that. But this one's unique because most of their, what you would call customers, are businesses. They're trying to target other business owners. And there's a variety of different ways that people can do that using the available tools. Let me stop for a minute real quick before I get into this too much here. I want to explain why we do this, right? So we've been doing, we as the company, I'm the one doing it right now, except for the guests that we have on. But we've been doing this live broadcast at 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday ever since this whole corona virus epidemic situation has happened, as a way to give back. A lot of us are locked in. I'm not somebody who sells food or goods or services. I typically sell consulting and digital marketing things, websites, Facebook ads, whatever. So this is my way of giving back. Over the last week, including yesterday, we've taught you how to build an e-commerce website in under 45 minutes. We've explained to you how you can do Facebook ads on your own. We've talked about different ways that you can continue to receive health insurance and prescriptions, even if you might be laid off or lose your insurance or whatever. As a small business owner, maybe you're caught in a little bit of a tangle. There's a way you can do that for really, really inexpensive. And then we just talk about different business things. Last Thursday, I think it was Thursday, had a guest on, a friend of mine, a business associate, and we talked about some tips and tricks on how to stay sane and motivated with all this downtime, so you're not just not getting up and staying in bed all day. I know a few people that are in that boat. I save that for the weekends. I get up every Monday through Friday as if it was business as usual. And in a way it is, because for us, what I do here, it's remote. One of the great things about Lion Global, the company, is that we are and have been for a long time 100% remotely distributed. which means we work from our homes or coffee shops or even on a beach somewhere, which is really cool. But anyway, I say all that to say this. That's who we are. That's what we do. If you get any benefit out of this, let us know and we can talk some more. But let's talk about how you can see your competitors' Facebook and Instagram ads. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you to show you something. And normally our videos are a little longer, right? Our videos that we've been doing on the live have been, I don't know, 45 to 30 minutes. Sometimes, I don't know, I think we did one for an hour. This one's going to be super short. We might have a little bit of fun with it though, so we might play around and take a look at some different competitors that are out there. If you are somebody who's watching this live, and I do see some on YouTube, a couple in and out on Facebook, again, welcome, thanks for that. If you're somebody who is watching live and you want us to pull up a specific business's ads and show you what they're running right now, happy to do that. Just put a comment on the video, or you can also text the special text line that we have set up. The number is scrolling there on the bottom. I'm going to read it. I don't know it by heart. The number is, here we go. It's coming. You can either comment on the video or text it to 585-648-8955. If you've got a business and you want to see what their ads look like, we can show you all their ads that they're running right now. Put that comment in there and we'll pull it up. I'm going to get my screen share ready over here so we can share the screen with you and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. And one neat thing about what it is we're going to show you today is this is accessible to you. Anybody on the internet really can access this. You can see what ads a business is currently running by just going to this page. So that's super cool. So let me pull up the tab here and we're going to share it on the old screen. And bop, 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 there it is. Very cool. So what this is something, let me get rid of that big banner there. You don't need that. So what this is this is something called the Facebook ad library. I'm sure you can read, but I'm going to read it for you anyway. The ad library provides advertising transparency by offering a comprehensive searchable collection of all ads currently running from across Facebook products, including Instagram. For those of you that didn't know, real quick, Facebook and Instagram are one entity. If you advertise on one, you can very, very easily advertise on the other. Let me continue. Anyone can explore the library with or without a Facebook or Instagram account. Why that's neat is because when you're searching here, it's 100% anonymous. Nobody knows. I mean, Facebook probably knows you're searching because Facebook knows everything about everything. But whoever's business it is, they're not going to know that you're specifically looking for their ads, which is pretty cool. Let's continue reading. You can access all active ads, even ones that may not have been shown to you because you were not part of an advertiser's intended audience. Now, let's talk about that again. You're going to be able to see the ads that they're running, even if they would not have necessarily shown up on your Facebook feed or wherever else you get your ads. Cool, right? On a side note, I cooked tonight. I cooked nothing major, some chicken and potatoes. And while I was testing the potatoes to see if they were cooked all the way through, I got this weird taste in my mouth. Not everything tastes like metal, even water. So I don't know what that's about, but hopefully it goes away. So let's go back to the screen here. So again, you can access all active ads, even ones that may not have been shown to you because you were not part of an advertiser's selected audience. And the reason that this whole thing happened was because all the people started bitching about election ads, which is fine. I don't talk about politics here one way or the other. It's fine. But people were complaining about how election ads were being targeted. So Facebook made a commitment to make their ad policies transparent. So anybody at all, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook or not, you can log onto this site and see what other people are advertising. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff here, but we're going to go ahead and skip all that because we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. So it's literally all you got to do here is type the name of an advertiser and they're going to come up. For sake of the first exercise, I'm going to go ahead and pull up one that we did earlier just because I know there are some ads because I was working with a client. And we're going to pull up Pella Windows and Doors. For those of you that are not familiar with Pella, Pella is I believe they're just in the United States, a United States franchise company that sells windows and doors. And we're going to pull up. So what happens when we type their name? The Facebook ad library shows us what's going on for them. little bit of information about that particular page, when it was created, whatever. It explains to you who is responsible for maintaining that page. It looks like they got 53, 54, 55 different people that are responsible for maintaining their page. And most of them are in the United States. Some are in India, Canada, and even Vietnam. Looks like they might be a little bit remotely distributed as well. But if you scroll down here, it's going to tell you how many ads they're running. Right now, Pella is running about 500 ads on the Google and Instagram space. 500 ads. That's a lot of ads. That's probably, I don't know what their budget is, but I imagine they've got a pretty good budget for the ads that they're running. So what you can do is you can scroll down and you can see the ads. It will tell you exactly when the ads started running. It'll tell you what platform those ads are on. So you can hover right over these individual icons if there are things that you're not familiar with. You saw Facebook, Instagram, and the Audience Network. Just real quick, that Audience Network, for those of you that are not familiar, so everybody knows what a Facebook ad is. Everybody knows what an Instagram ad is. What the hell is an Audience Network ad? An Audience Network ad is an ad network, hence the name, that is, I believe, owned by Facebook. And what they do is they rent space on websites. So let's say you have a website about home construction, right? And Facebook will purchase a little block of space on your website. And what they'll do is they will, as the website owner, they will pay you, it's usually pennies on the dollar, but it's revenue. They'll pay you and they will put ads in that space. So if you're a home improvement type of company, ads for this company, Pella Windows, might actually show up in your advertising space there. As a consumer, how you're going to see that is just ads on web pages that normally you think you would see on Facebook. They're kind of annoying, but they're very effective. So let's scroll down a little bit and look at, so these ads are all the same on the surface, right? But they're not. You can see there's a few different things that looks like they're talking about financing for windows and doors. But what happens here is every ad, even though it looks as though it's the same, every ad is going to be targeted differently, right? So these targets are talking, or these ads, if you look here, I don't know if you can see this, it's probably way too small. Let me try making that bigger. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bigger. But you can see, so when you click the link here, these ads go to PellaAustin.com. I imagine that's for something in Texas. Where do these go? Same thing, Pella Austin. Where do these go? So these go to Pella, Georgia. If we keep scrolling here, this one goes to Pella Branch. Keep going. So these are, you can see, these are just repeats of the same ads, but they're done in a manner where they're being farmed out to a lot of different places. So Tom, why would I want to see competitor ads? Why would I want to see what my competitors are doing? Well, and this is probably contrary to what you're going to remember from school. This is contrary to what you're going to remember from when you were trying to do the right thing all the time. But sometimes it's okay to copy stuff. You know, you're not going to reinvent the wheel. And of course, you don't want to violate any copyright laws or anything like that. But if you want to see what your competitors' ads look like and then maybe make something similar, you can do that. What you cannot see when you're looking at your competitors' ads on this particular platform, you can't see how much they're spending. You can't see what their specific targeting is. You can't see any of that, which is really unfortunate because having that data would allow you to actually go in and get a really, really good idea of how they're spending their money with their ads. With this, you can see the ad. You can see what it is they're doing from a graphic and text standpoint. But you will not be able to see the actual dollars of ad spend or what their budget is. All right. So that's pretty cool, right? So this is Pella Windows and Doors. I pulled this one up because it was one that was discussed earlier today with one of my clients. If you are joining us live, I see people kind of coming in and out, some staying, and you have a specific business and you want us to pull up their ads, leave a comment right on the video. I'll see it. It'll come in, or you can send a text to that number that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and we will get that message and we will pull up that specific business and look it up just for you. So yeah, so let's think about a different business that maybe we want to check out. What's another one that we could look at? What's a good business? Anybody have any comments? There are no comments yet, so let's take a look at another one. Maybe a more local business. What's a good business that I know of? Okay, let's try this. So I typed in the Ale House, and the one that I'm thinking of is actually in Florida. It's in Orlando, Florida. To be honest with you, I don't know the exact name of it, so we're going to find it. The Ale House, Orlando, Florida. It might be called the Ale House. Oh, it is called Miller's Ale House, so that's probably the right one. So I'm going to bang this one, and now we're going to see all the ads that Miller's Ale House is running. Looks like they just started running some ads recently on the 31st, which is today, and those are the only 3 ads they got running right now. Okay. So let's pay close attention to the specific content in these ads. So Miller's Ale House is known as a local drinking hole, but they also have like a family restaurant. When I used to live in Orlando, Florida, when I participated on the Walt Disney World College program, which was fantastic, met a lot of friends, miss it. The Ale House was one of the famous haunts for everybody that was down there that wanted to meet up with their buddies and have a good time. From what I remember back then, nobody cared much about the food. Everybody was in there to drink. But let's take a look at their ads real quick and see what they look like. So this first one, they just started running it. It is talking about when you get our house for delivery or takeout. When you get our house, meaning the Ale House. See, not that bright. I don't always pick up on those subtle advertising nuances. When you get our house, what is your house? Anyway, so what they're saying is if you order from them for delivery or takeout, kids eat free. There's a promo code there. Nice little stock photo of a kid eating some food with a little graphic layover there. Easy to do and probably very, very effective, especially given the current situation. So cool. We understand that one. Let's look at this one. Miller's Ale House is open for delivery and curbside pickup. Get all your house favorites tonight. Same deal. Looks like they've got a little video there. That's either a video or a trick. Yeah, by the way, if you want to do something tricky, create a graphic that looks like it's a video. People will click on it expecting a video, but no, surprise, it takes them to a website. And then this other one looks like it's got a carousel set up. That's the official Facebook term for this. It's multiple pictures floating around there on a carousel with some looks like some delicious treats, a cheeseburger, some zingers, whatever that is. Looks like some kind of chicken spicy goodness. 35 shrimp, full rack of ribs and 35 shrimp and some zingers. Get us some zingers. Actually, some zingers sounds good. On a side note, the only zingers that I know of are like these little raspberry Twinkie things. Whatever. We're talking about Florida here. Whatever they say a zinger is. So it says, now introducing Family Feast. Feeds 4 and includes a pint of our famous Captain Jack's Buried Treasure ice cream for delivery or pickup. So obviously, this company is trying to appeal to the folks that are in the middle of this COVID crisis right now. They're trying to put out ads that are relevant to that. And I think that's a very good idea. One of the things that I encountered earlier today when I was kind of prepping for this was there's a lot of companies, when you put their name in, they're not advertising at all. Which is a mistake. And I'll tell you what, let me show you why that's a mistake. I brought this into a call yesterday. Yeah, it's gone. So let me explain real quick what I mean. So the average cost, so when you advertise on social media, what you're doing is you're telling social media, all right, run these ads, target these people, and spend this much money. And then based on that, Facebook figures that out and puts it in front of the right people the best way that they can. But what they're doing there is they're charging you for impressions most of the time and clicks. An impression is when somebody sees your ad. Doesn't mean they click on it. It just means it shows up while they're scrolling or looking through. That's what an impression is. A click is when they literally click the button and it takes them wherever it takes them, whether it's to your website or a profile or a video or whatever. So the average cost, going to get out my fancy calculator here. The average cost across most industries for cost per click, CPC, this isn't a specific industry. This is just broad number, is $1.73. What that means is every time somebody clicks on your ad, A dollar, it costs you as the advertiser $1.73 in ad spend. That's not including what you might pay a company to create your ads. This is assuming you're doing your own. Right now, because of what's going on with the COVID deal, oh, you can't see it. There we go. That's what it is now, dude. It came down to 23 cents, which means that, well, let's see, $1.73 divided by 23. That means you're getting almost 8 times as much traffic for the same price, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Because of that, I've actually been doing a couple of projects for some buddies of mine that are doing a sports podcast. By the way, I'm actually going to put this on the screen. If you are somebody who likes sports and you are somebody who likes drinking, which I think is most of the United States, a couple of buddies of mine are doing this really, really awesome thing. They're doing a podcast. It's called the Hammered Sports Podcast. Go over and give it a like, give it a listen if you would. It's really, really awesome. I'm proud of them for doing what they're doing. And yeah, go ahead and give it a shot. They actually, listen, they called the exact score of the Super Bowl. I don't know if you're the gambling type. I am not. But if I were and I listened to them, I would have been like, holy shit. I don't know how much money I would have won because, again, I don't gamble. But they called before the Super Bowl. They called not only the winner, not only the, what do they call it, the split, the point spread, the spread. They called the exact score of the game. So if that's something that you're interested in, please go check them out. Anyway, back to the screen here. Let's talk about this wonderful food that we're talking about with the Miller's Ale House. If you're just joining us and you want us to pull up the ads for a specific business that might be a competitor, just leave a comment on the video. We'll see it come in live here, and we will be able to pull it up for you and pull up a competitor. So let's continue on this trend of restaurants, right? There's another restaurant that I'm familiar with in the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, called the Stacked Burger Bar. Let's see if it comes up. It does not come up. However, I could be spelling it incorrectly. There it is. It's Stack apostrophe D because, you know, we can't be too politically or too grammatically correct. So this is something that will happen from time to time. Once you identify the company, you pull it up on this ad library. By the way, let me put I'm going to put a link in the comments, and I'm also going to put a link on the page for those of you that are interested in checking this out on your own, so you can find your own competitors. You can find your own competitor stuff. All right, so I just put that link in the comments for those of you who want to check it out. And I am also going to put that banner across the screen real quick if you want to write it down. That's the website we're looking at right now. It's available to anybody. You don't even have to be on Facebook or Instagram. But this allows you to go in and see what ads are being run by any company, really. But let me get that graphic off there and come back to the ad. So as you can see here, we've located the business successfully. It tells us when it was created, yada, yada. But when you scroll down, it says there are no ads that match your search criteria. Do you know why that is? That's because they're not running any ads. Oh, goodness. Now, they're a restaurant. So, and this is actually a smaller restaurant. It's not a very large place. So given the circumstances of what's going on in the world right now, okay, cool. Maybe you're not going to run some Facebook ads. You're trying to save money or whatever. However, with the ad costs right now, I don't want to say this S words. It rhymes with pooped, but it would be a big mistake to not spend at least a little bit of money on advertising right now. You don't have to do it with me. This isn't a sales pitch. Do it on your own. Figure out how to do it. Hire someone or do it yourself, whatever. But you should be doing something, because if you're not doing something, you're not going to get anywhere. And especially right now with the current market the way it is, it's scary, right? It's very, very scary. So let's look at some other large companies and see what is going on and see what it is that they're doing. Oh, I want to show you one more thing real quick. So my wife, Claire, some of you have met her before. In addition to working for Lion Global, she also sells real estate properties in the Philippines. We do have some ads running for her right now, but I want to show you something, which is something that you may run into if you run into companies that are advertising internationally. Apologies for the squeaky sound you hear. I just shifted myself in my chair to get a little more comfy. But let me scroll down. So what it says right now is that Claire is not running any ads. Well, that's because I've got it set to the United States. She is running ads, just not in the US. I should know because I put them together. So we're going to click all, and now it shows all ads that she's actually running internationally. If this is an ad that's running in China, this is one that's running in Korea, this is one that's running in the Philippines, and this is one that is running. Where is that one running? What is that? That's Chinese, that's Korean, that's English, so it's the Philippines. Japan. We've got some ads of hers running in Japan as well. And again, we've got them blasted all over the place. So yeah, that's one other thing that you should check. If you find that somebody shows that they do not have any ads running currently, just check and make sure your filter says all, just in case they are running ads in another country. Okay. Moving on. Let's take a look. You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in some of the big nationals. Let's take a look at what some of the big nationals are doing. And by that, I mean the blue chip type stocks, right? So we've got McDonald's. What is McDonald's doing? All right. So, and let's take a look at this comparatively, right? So McDonald's is doing 34 ads compared to Pella Windows and Doors, which is running somewhere near 500. I'm not sure what the strategy is there. I don't particularly know if I was Pella, if I would be handling over 500 ads and paying for them right now. McDonald's, maybe, but maybe not. Business strategy 101. That's not what we're talking about today. So let's take a look at the ads that they are running. All right, looks like we've got these ads in Spanish, right? So this is a Spanish ad. This is also a Spanish ad. This is an English ad. Very good. So it appears as though McDonald's is multicultural with their ads, talking about delivery, talking about DoorDash and Grubhub, which is a fantastic thing that they should be talking about right now. We've got 0 delivery fees. And let's take a look at when these ads started. When you look at when the ad started, it can actually be very telling and tell you a little bit about a company, whether they might have had knowledge about stuff. Anyway, we won't talk about conspiracy theories, but so these ads were started on March 30th. So just yesterday, these ads, order your faves with McDelivery on Uber Eats. These ads were from, looks like the 23rd. So it looks like they're in the habit of running a handful of ads every week. So that's 7 days, the 23rd, 23 plus 7. And then maybe, okay, I'm a liar because these were done on the 19th. And that is one good thing that you can try to find when you're looking at these ads, is you can try to determine just by deducing, what you can see and using that good old college statistics information, you can figure out what the strategy is, right? They advertise every week, every 3 days. They change ads every so often, how long they let ads stay up. If the ad is showing up on this page, that ad is still running. That if it's here, it's still running. So you can scroll down all the way and see. Let's see what the oldest ad is that they have out right now. The oldest ad, wow. Wonder if they know they got that going on. The oldest ad that they have running right now started running on June 1st, 2017, and is a pico guacamole burger chicken. So I'm going to say that they might not know that this ad is still out there. Actually, I take that back. It's McDonald's, right? Of course they know that they're still running an ad from 2017 that advertises something that's no longer available, and they're paying for the ad. Oh, no. This might be worth an email to McDonald's team. So anyway, so as you can see, McDonald's has been running this ad since 2017 for their pico guacamole chicken sandwich in Spanish. The second oldest ad is no longer active, and they've got some other inactive ads that are there. They're just inactive. So the most recent ads that are actually active were done on the 19th of this month, and we're talking about delivery through Uber Eats and a whole bunch of other stuff, which is very relevant. So, there's very interesting information that you can get from taking a look at your competitors. You can compare and contrast. Again, you can pay attention to this box here, and that will tell you how many people by country are responsible for maintaining the social media presence for that particular company, which can be very, very useful information to find out kind of how big your competitor is and things like that. So again, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and hopefully this brought you a little bit of value. I've been trying to come up with a new topic every day to talk about, to help people, help small business owners with different things that may be very helpful to them. If you did get any, any benefit from this, and you want to have a conversation about what else we can do for you, happy to talk to you for free for half an hour. We'll do a free strategy session. And like I mentioned at the top of this broadcast, if you want to talk, we'll talk and tell us what's going on with your business and what you want to fix. And we'll help you come up with a plan to do it for free. Doesn't cost you anything. And then if you want us to help you with that plan, or if you want to talk some more, we can have a conversation then and there about that. And we do offer, if you do decide to engage our services, we don't charge a whole lot of money. But we do guarantee a 200% return on investment, and that's 100% real. We guarantee you that if whatever you pay us, again, it's not a lot, that within 90, I think the guarantee is 90 days, the 90 on that specific program, that if you don't make that amount back after 90 days, two times the amount rather, then you don't pay us to help you, period. So if you're a small business owner and you're interested in talking, you can go to, let me click my fancy button. You can go to lionglobal.com and check it out. But yeah, no worries. So we will be here again tomorrow at 8:30. The other thing I wanted to remind everybody, my buddies are doing this Hammered Sports podcast. If you like sports and you'll love this podcast, go check it out at that link there, facebook.com/hammeredsportspod. They would appreciate a couple of likes, and if you do go over there, please tell them I sent you. I don't get anything from them. I'm not. I have no financial interest. It's just a really cool thing they're doing, and just trying to support them. So again, thank you very, very much for joining us today, and we'll see you tomorrow. If there's something you want us to talk about for the next session, give us some ideas. Give me a brainstorming idea. Also, if you're a business professional or anybody really at this point, right? Yeah, and you want to come on the show. We can socially distance you into the show, and we can do a side-by-side just like they do on the news. All I got to do is send you a link, and if you got a computer with a webcam, we can get you squared away. So if you want to talk about something on the broadcast, feel free to let me know. I hope everybody's good. Please stay safe. Please stay sane during this time. Stay profitable, and remember that, I mentioned this yesterday. Nobody's going to come and knock on your door and solve your problems for money. It's not going to happen. It's up to you. There's a few different things you can do now. If you're a business owner who has not previously had any kind of internet presence, you are feeling it right now. Several of my clients are good because they can still ship things. People can still buy things online. They can ship, deliver, pick up, whatever. But a lot of companies, especially some of the smaller companies, it's really unfortunate what's going on right now. We'll see what happens. But we'll talk again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. It is 9:05 on the East Coast in the evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.